friends, and welcome to the Hopeless Gamer podcast. This is a rebirth, and we are going back to episode 1. So there has been a little bit going on lately in the background with myself and BassMstrAU. We've actually started another gaming podcast, just us two. It's called the Birdie and Bass Podcast, so if you'd like to check that out, it's on everything from Spotify to Apple Music, and if you want to find everything else that's on, you can go to Anchor FM. But first, so this has not taken away from the Hopeless Gamer podcast at all. It's more the fact that we see this as a longer style podcast with a panel of hosts pretty much to discuss gaming. And we didn't really want to do the same thing twice. So with that, we've also gone to YouTube video as well as sticking with the audio. So we will continue along this path and make sure we can continue to grow the format. So let's see here. With this rebirth, we do have a new panel. So all the way from Mordor, or, you know, as other people call it, it's New Zealand. We have Dirty Kiwi.
Yo.
We have Dirty Coxy.
Yo, what's up, guys?
And we also, of course, have BassMstrAU.
How you going?
And today we will be talking about both the next-gen launches. Mass Effect Trilogy has finally been... Well, it's the worst kept secret since Fable was being remastered. So Mass Effect Trilogy is coming out as a remaster. We've got people making fake videos of Xbox Series X's smoking. The DualSense adaptive triggers seem to be jamming, and next-gen consoles issues with PS5s actually bricking. And, of course... the thing that always happens every single generation is the scalpers and how bad that's actually going. But first, let's get to know the Dirty Crew. So, Dirty Kiwi, tell us about yourself.
Oh, yeah, big gamer. Gaming for 20 plus years now, easily, probably 30. Xbox, though, all the way through and through. So, you won't see me on anything other than an Xbox or a PC. Xbox hard.
Okay, Coxy.
Yo, what's up, guys? Pretty much been gaming 25 plus years. Started off on a Sega Master System way back in the day. Then went to a Mega Drive. Then finally got my first PlayStation 1, 2, 3, then the 4. Then met Dirty Kiwi. Started working with this shithead, and he converted me to an Xbox player. So bought my first Xbox, then bought another one, and then ended up with 3. I don't know why. And then both new consoles are in my place this year, and you'll catch me on Xbox. You'll catch me on PlayStation. Not that much because, let's be honest, I play Xbox more. But, it's good to be here.
Very nice. So you went the alternate route to a lot of people with all the Segas and everything like that rather than Nintendo.
Yeah. I think that's my father's fault because he was keen on playing... I can't remember. I know we had Sonic. Everybody had Sonic.
I was going to say, I think Sonic was a day one box release of the Sega Mega Drive, because I think I even got it when I got the Mega Drive.
If not built into the system, you know. So, and then we got a PlayStation 1, and then the old man won some games, NHL 99, NASCAR 99. So I spent a lot of time playing both of those. So.
And I started on Atari and worked my way onto a Commodore 64. You guys have even know what those are, but it probably shows my age a bit. And then went up through there.
as I got introduced into gaming by a mate that had a Commodore 64, and then I had another mate that had the original Nintendo.
Yeah.
And then I started with the Mega Drive, and I went into the Super Nintendo as well.
Nice.
I went the Nintendo route, but I started like as a young kid because my dad had a freaking Atari Pong.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Now we're going back.
Yeah. But I had the Dreamcast and all that, but and obviously I had a PS2. But as soon as that Xbox rolled out, that was me. Halo hooked me, and thinking back now, LAN parties, there was 4 TVs in the house with about 12 of us on it. Just awesome times,
I miss LAN parties.
Yeah, so do I. I'd take that any day over,
Nothing
online.
like going on a Friday night round to your mate's place, all your gear in the car. Mum drops you off.
Yeah,
because let's be honest, Dad didn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, hauling these big CRT TVs into a house because your mate never had 4. Good times, man. Good times.
Yeah.
Oh God. And Bassmaster, what have we been up to?
Well, running our own podcast was the other side of it. When we get time to do that, and apart from that, for me, it's playing the launch consoles as they've been out and working.
Fair enough. And I've been pretty much doing the same with Bassmaster, doing the other podcast and playing games, streaming a lot. So, yeah. But first, let's go on to what happened on N7 Day. So November 7th, BioWare finally announced that the second wave of the worst kept secret in gaming is finally announced. So Mass Effect Trilogy is actually being fully remastered. So what do we think about this? They're calling it the Legendary Edition. Who's a Mass Effect fan?
I can honestly put my hand up and say not me. I've tried to play it twice, and just I don't know, doesn't float my boat.
No, that's cool. It's not for everyone.
Has there been a game out since Andromeda tanked?
No.
Okay. I think that franchise has got dumped then.
Yeah, pretty much the week Andromeda came out, these rumors started. It's been going for that long. They actually started before the Fable rumors started, and Fable was announced first.
But what was I thought there was a Mass Effect trilogy that was announced that came out on Xbox. Is that just
that's just the original trilogy. They never remastered it.
Okay.
So this is all meant to be in 4K apparently.
4K.
I don't know if they do what Bluepoint have done with Demon Souls. Has anyone seen Demon Souls on PS5?
No,
I've seen the trailers for it, but
it's freaking gorgeous.
No, I haven't.
Like, I don't even like that game, and it's gorgeous. But yeah, Bluepoint are really good at remasters, so we'll see what BioWare can actually come up with. But going on from that, some people went, a few weeks ago now, on Twitter, they were complaining that there was smoke coming out of their Xbox Series X's. And it kind of caught on a little bit, and then found out that people were vaping into the bottom of them because it's literally a turbine exhaust port. And then videoing it, complaining that it was overheating. And then it just kind of became a meme.
I don't know about anyone else.
How dumb can you be?
I don't know. But I don't know about anyone else.
Comment, to be honest.
Has anyone actually got their Xbox to actually Series X to heat up? Like, I've been playing, all apart from the fact that COD seems to make it turn off.
Yeah,
that's COD.
COD, don't get me started.
I mean, mine's hot, but it's nowhere out of what people reckon. It's hot. The thing's fans at the top, right? It sits next to my curtain. My curtain hasn't caught fire, so it can't be that hot.
Yeah, no,
I saw a meme
I've done
come out.
5 or 6 hours of gaming and actually just touched the top of it, and it's fine. It's not hot.
Nah. As long as you've got it in a good place where it can get, circulation, No
I actually
issue.
think the Series X is a bit better circulation than what the previous Xboxes had.
Oh, it's cooler than my One X.
Yeah, definitely.
My
Yeah.
One X could pump heat out the back end of it.
Yeah.
And
And
I
it's
saw
quiet.
I saw the ping pong. Someone put a ping pong on the top of it and get it floating around, and I was like, "Yes, that is awesome!" And then I
It
saw
doesn't have enough pressure.
No, it doesn't.
It's either a trick or they modified it.
But I was excited because I was like, "How cool would that be if you could put a ping pong ball and just have it float?"
It would be cool. That would
I
actually
just-
be really cool.
I know.
Warfare, that did it to mine quite a bit. If we've been playing Warzone for a while,
Yeah. Great COD.
Times my One X and like to smoking, but still, it's chemicals in there, and it's going to coat the board.
mate, you put anything on TikTok and dumbasses will follow it.
Oh, I
That's
know, it's
right.
ridiculous.
And that's the key word right there, dumbasses. You couldn't have said it better.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd say TikTok.
Okay, moving on from that, we do have a couple of people here that have some PS5 consoles, but I've seen on Twitter and on Instagram that people have been questioning the adaptive triggers on the DualSense, asking their followers and stuff like that have they ever gotten stuck? And it seems to be a trend with first-person shooters and that, especially Call of Duty. Like, I know they use the adaptive triggers for different guns to make each trigger pull feel different per gun, but some people are saying they're jamming and the gun won't shoot.
I've actually seen video of it where the guy's like pushing down on the trigger and then the whole thing just, I don't know, collapses on him or whatever. And then they push it a millimeter and the thing just starts shooting at full pelt. Like, it's not realized, it's lost all its gauging of how much pressure you're putting on the trigger, and it just goes full auto and just starts shooting or everything else like that. But then I have seen ones where the actual PS5 controllers are falling apart on people, so I don't know whether they've got angry and thrown it at the wall or whether it is actually a fault with the controller.
Can I ask you two PS5 guys a question?
Oh God, here it comes.
Have either of you actually played a game on your PS5s yet?
Yeah.
Nah.
Longer than half an hour?
Fuck, mate, that's being generous. Like 2 minutes. Like, no, seriously. I put Assassin's Creed Valhalla in because I wanted to have a visual, like, I wanted to see what it looked like because, you know, I play on a monitor, I play at 60 frames. My TV can support the 120, so I was like, oh, I'll go have a look. And it brought all of my gear across, and I was like, holy shit, no, I don't want to play this, I'm naked. So I switched it off. So I've been meaning to sit down and play Assassin's Creed a bit more, but I just can't be bothered because I'm trying to sell a house. So
The end of the day is the PS5 was the quickest console I've ever had to set up in history, I reckon. Because I didn't want anything coming across from my PS4 because the games probably aren't compatible. I only wanted to load Spider-Man on there and the remaster so I can compare the remaster against the PS4 edition. But I'm not from start to finish. I reckon it was 5 minutes, and then it had to do a 700 meg update, and it was ready to go.
700 megs is decent.
I'll tell you what I was impressed with the Xbox, though, just quickly. The setup off your phone. I did my first one normally as you would, but the second one I did off my phone, and man, that was so smooth.
Yeah,
I
the phone
didn't
was
play
good.
on my phone.
Yeah,
I had no choice when the thing booted up. It just went straight to the phone. So I was like, oh, I'll navigate this
yeah.
unbelievably tough app the Xbox have now decided to change their phone app into. You can't even go on the store and buy anything.
Right,
You can't
don't get me
even.
started, base. Don't get me started.
Can you even look up your achievements? I haven't worked that out yet.
It's gone, bro. The whole tab's gone.
And the other thing I'm having difficulty with is because I've got 4 Xboxes in this house that are connected to it, is trying to work out how to navigate between the bloody consoles to remotely turn them on and all the rest of the kind of stuff. You got to go into. I haven't worked the real settings out for it. I went in there one way to try and work out a game or something like that, and it's like, which console do you want it on? And then I could actually scroll through the consoles that I wanted to load it on. But
Yeah, I made sure that I named mine appropriately, so I could find them easily. So that was a bonus.
I mean, I unplugged my X and it's sitting in the lounge in the cabinet, not plugged in. Looks like it is, but it's not. So I only have my Series X on my network at the moment.
yeah, well, I've got my kid's got an upgrade to a 1X now from a 1S because for some magical reason EB just about gave me back all my money I paid for my 1S from 3 years ago. So with the trade bonus,
I got that. I traded a Gears Series S, 1S in, bro, and they gave me the 1X trade-in value for it. And I was like, I'm winning.
God, that was a bonus. I think I paid $2.99 for a 1S with a controller and games, and then I got $2.50 for it when I traded it back in. So it cost me $49 for an Xbox that I had for 3 years.
Yeah, it's not
That's
bad, eh?
impressive.
It's good. It's good.
So, and yeah, the only problem I've got is, well, the 1X seems to be working better, is I've got my daughter plays dance games, so I've got to hook the Kinect up to it.
Good luck.
Soak it up because brick and mortar's probably leaving us, right?
Oh, I've
Good.
got the adapter pack for some reason. I ended up scoring an adapter pack, a legit Microsoft one off eBay for $25. Still brand new in the box.
Nice.
No,
So
a lot of people.
that works.
A lot of people went to Microsoft and like put in their serial number and stuff to get them, and then never used them.
Yeah.
I think it was just to resell them and stuff like that. But I mean, $25 is good.
I'll tell you what I did find interesting though with those new Xboxes. There was not a single 14-day trial of Game Pass Ultimate in there.
I was expecting a Game Pass.
Yeah, but when I opened my new Shock Blue controller, there was a 14-day pass in that. So, yeah, interesting.
I guess they're
don't
putting
even
it
know
in
if
the
mine's got one in it.
accessories.
It was tucked away under the bottom.
Yeah.
Mate, I still have game controllers that I haven't even opened from last friggin' generation.
So do I.
Oh.
It's a nice. I do like those new controllers. The comfort on them is awesome.
You find that they're a lot lighter as well.
Yeah. Yep. I do. Yeah, the
It's
grips
just
are
like-
good.
It's going from like picking up an Elite 2 and then you pick one of their controllers up and you
Elite
have to
2 is
double
heavier
check.
than any controller.
Yeah,
I like it for its weight, eh? It's
Yeah.
a good solid.
I do rate it. It's a good
It
controller.
reminds me of the Namco controllers that they brought out for PlayStation, which was like an Elite style controller. They come with freaking weights that you can put into them.
Yeah.
I like my Logitech mouse.
Exactly.
Love it. Love a heavy mouse.
But moving on, there have been increasing reports of problems with the new consoles, both Series X and the PlayStation 5. Even some people saying that their PlayStation 5 has been bricking and completely useless now. Has anyone seen this? Like, it was bound to happen that like a Series X or a PlayStation was going to have a stuffed up disk drive. That always happens. But
I just think at the end of the day, Sony don't know how to plug an external hard drive into a console. That's the end of the day. Is Sony don't know how to do external storage.
Maybe it's because Seagate's partner with the Xbox.
I don't really want somebody to partner with Xbox.
I want Western Digital to partner with Xbox because I've got 2 Seagate drives. The external drive I've got on my PS4 had to rebuild this morning when I turned it on for my son to play. So obviously that's on its way out.
Oh,
And my other large one that was plugged into my 1X, that's now plugged into my Series X. He's sometimes showing up and sometimes not. So it's currently sits unplugged to stay cool. So I'm hoping I don't have to do the old freezer trick with that to get my information off it, but we'll see what happens.
damn.
I don't know. I think it's a tough one. I'm pretty disappointed with both consoles only having less than a terabyte of space. They should have been 2 terabyte minimum.
Oh, I was expecting 2 terabytes.
Yeah, they're just bumming us with the hard drives. Like, I've bought that additional Series X hard drive for us, $400. I didn't want to pay $400 because I spent $800 in March buying a 2 terabyte external SSD, which I thought I'd be able to go straight into the Series X and play games off it. But obviously, you know, they want to make a bit more money, pay for the research and development.
I was talking to a friend about or talking to Darth about the Series X's and those little external Seagate drives, the 1 terabyte SSD things. I reckon give it. Coronavirus is probably the different sort of thing. I was going to say if we were before coronavirus time, I reckon give it 3 months and someone in China will reverse engineer that little card thing and you'll be able to slide an aftermarket one in the back of the Xbox and plug something else into it. But I reckon you'll probably see in the next 6 to 12 months, you'll see other providers doing bigger cards to go in there. But the other thing I'm interested to see is if someone does an adapter that slides in there and goes to USB-C port or something like that.
We'll see. PlayStation takes the M2 SSDs, which I thought Xbox would run the same line because it's a PC part. You can buy them from, how many different manufacturers and different sizes. If you can only afford the 500, you get the 500. If you can buy the 4 terabyte, well, obviously you're going to go to 4 terabyte, aren't you? So once PlayStation releases their update, I'm going to go buy me an M2, bang in a 4 terabyte. I've now got 5 terabytes worth of storage. I just hope I'm not paying thousands of dollars for it.
Apparently, they've said that the reason they won't make the M2 drive slot working yet is because there isn't one on the market fast enough for their console, so they want one to be out first.
Which is fair enough. I mean,
I don't think it's going to be cheap.
Let's just hope it's not Seagate.
No, it'll be with Samsung. I think Samsung's the only company that can actually get close to those speeds, unless Sony brings out their own.
Well, I don't know why they don't bring out their own proprietary one, like what's in the actual PS5. Because I'm assuming it'd be the same sort of thing.
It's just a chipset.
Who created it? Who came up with the idea for that? For both hard drives, why can't they go? Okay, let's just make our own at half the price, and here you go.
Well, that's the silly thing is when the pricing came out for those 1 terabyte externals for the Series X, I can go into my wholesaler and buy 2 terabyte cheaper than that 1 terabyte sells for.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like my internal M2 for my hard drive for my PC was what $350, and that's not a wholesale cost. It's everyday cost,
So you can pick up SSDs stupid cheap these days, and that's just how it is, unfortunately. I mean, it is practically an M2 drive in those memory cards for the Xbox, but what else they put in there is God knows.
I think the biggest issue you got is compatibility and speeds, and people thinking that they can go and buy the cheapest M2 drive and thinking they're going to get the speed that they're going to get by buying the genuine one, which is just not going to happen. So that's the only biggest issue that these guys are going to face is making sure they need to test what models work and then release a compatibility list of what actually works and what speeds you sort of can get out of it.
Yeah.
I think the biggest issue I've got with the PS5 is you probably get 4 games on there and your hard drive's full and you can't run external storage. While with the Series X, I noticed that when I was installing Series X games and I wanted to move them to an external hard drive, it told me I can do it, but it said the game won't run, which is great. Yeah.
That's what I got, which I thought was awesome.
So with like Borderlands 3, I had it on the main drive, and then I wanted just to chuck it on the external hard drive to move it to the other Series X, and it came up with a warning, just say that you realise that this game will not run on this external hard drive. It needs to be put onto a faster, like either one of those external cards or the internal drive, which is great. It tells you know what's going on, sort of thing. While PlayStation have just gone out and blanketly blocked everything, and from what I'm seeing, people playing PS4 games on external hard drives turn around and bricking PS5s.
Yeah, so it seems to be Spider-Man, PS4 version of Spider-Man from an external hard drive on a PS5. That's what's bricking it.
Yeah, well, Spider-Man on PS4 is a huge game, and he would push the PS4 Pro that I had pretty hard when you're watching it. It's like it's a gorgeous game in 4K, but I don't know, loading it up in PS5, obviously that they just can't get the throughput through the USB drives.
I think it's something to do with their program blocking to stop people moving stuff to the external drive. I think it's backfired on them a little bit and bricked the console. It's some sort of software error. It has to be.
Yeah, I just wish I was one of those lucky people where they opened their digital edition and they got a disc edition.
That would have been cool.
But I'd hate to see those, was it those Amazon employees in America that were swapping PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series X's out for, was it dog food and
all sorts of shit,
canned food and whatever they could get put in there to make the same weight as what it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Damn, I did not know that.
And there was a video circulating of someone that thought they bought a PS5 cheap and they opened the box. It's got a PS4 Slim in it, in a PS5 box.
Wow. Oh, I didn't read about that.
Oh, it happens every generation. I remember like when PS4 first came out and people were giving their kids for Christmas a PS4 console, and the kids all excited opens up as PS3. Yeah. It's the same thing. I remember
watching that. Yeah.
It's the same bloody thing. It's just a different generation. And people are obviously, not waiting till Christmas to open shit.
I think the biggest thing I'm waiting for at the moment is headsets. A decent headset on the next generation console.
It'll be interesting to see what they can do. Especially with PlayStation's 3D audio.
Yeah, when it works, if it works.
Don't know. I don't have a PlayStation. But we're running out of time here. Quickly, we've got quite a few December releases, so I'll quickly go through them. You've got Chronos Before the Ashes on PC, PS4, and Xbox One, Switch, and Stadia on the 1st of December. Empire of the Sin on everything except for Stadia. I'm just going to go through the big ones here. Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 5 apparently is coming to PC, PS5, Series X, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
Now you're talking my language.
I know none of us play freaking Fortnite, but...
Mate, we clocked Fortnite. We won 3 games in a row.
And then we retired. We retired.
I was like, Fortnite has been won. We do not need to play anymore.
So in other words, you played the first 3 levels with the bots, and then before real people came in...
Oh, no. There was real people in there, bro. Trust me. Coxy got knocked about 50 times. It was ridiculous.
I was just going to say that Worms Rumble game is free on PS5 and PS4.
Worms Rumble, yeah, on PC, PS5. I love Worms. I love Team 17
my
games.
wife loves Worms, eh?
I don't want to know. You walked into that.
Yeah, maybe, eh?
But what's interested me about Fortnite was they made this big thing about being on Stadia and being able to play everywhere, and it's not coming to Stadia at all.
Did you see that Fortnite's going to subscription base? Was it £10 a month or something like that? They want to charge people.
Oh, fuck
Really?
Yep, you
That
get the
will go
battle
well.
pass. You get the battle pass for free, and then you get. Apparently, they're doing some special skins and drops and
Oh,
everything like
wow.
that for them only members. So
That,
all these kids are going to be asking their parents for a bloody 12-month Fortnite subscription for Christmas.
Wow.
the whole skins thing has kind of ruined games because everything is like buy this and get this, buy that, get this skin.
What did I do last night, Coxy? I brought 20 Apex packs hoping I'd get an heirloom. Did I get an heirloom out of the first 10? Not yet.
Is it guaranteed heirloom?
No. I just want an heirloom.
I thought they had the guarantee. I thought they had some sort of guarantee that you get one if you order 100 packs. So every 100 packs, you're supposed to get heirloom materials. But I don't know if that will actually.
Mate. He'll go and buy them.
I thought it was
Definitely
500.
brought a. Really?
You're guaranteed the Wraith heirloom in the first 500 packs that you open.
Well, I'm fucking open more than 500. I'm fairly sure.
Well, I thought the same thing, and I bought 200 because I was sick of waiting for the Wraith heirloom, and I finally got it 130 something.
Damn, that would have.
So you're telling me I'm only going to get the Wraith heirloom first? Is that what you're telling me?
No, you get because it was different back then.
Oh,
Now
right,
you get heirloom materials, and you select what heirloom you want.
Right. I see. Yeah, I definitely want those sticks. So, if anyone would like to gift me some packs, it'd be fantastic. Thank you.
Don't say that. They'll be asking for your freaking Origin account, and you're on Xbox.
Yeah.
But quickly, Immortals Phoenix Rising is an interesting one that's coming to everything pretty much. That was what was it?
That's got a lot of hype to it.
That was
I've read a bit about it.
The other Assassin's Creed team. It was, I think it was called Gods Among Us or something like that before. They had to change the name because of some copyright filing, but it looks really good. Big Ubisoft game.
I don't know. Ubisoft, in my opinion, have gone down the shitter.
Which team are you talking about?
No, I don't care which team, bro. You take away Assassin's Creed, the crew sucked ass.
Oh, yeah.
We bought season passes for the crew too, and we got absolutely nothing.
Yeah, $150 ultimate pack and got nothing.
No, crew shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
The crew one was amazing. Like, it was hella fun. And then they brought out the crew 2, hyped it up. I played it at PAX 2017 or 18.
17.
Yeah, 17. I was hyped. Went and played it and went, nah, I'm cancelling my pre-order.
Division 2, $50 for a season pass. Went and brought it. Had probably half an hour's worth of content in it. If that, we smashed the missions. And then they told us we had to buy a season 2 pass. I'm like, kidding. Another $50.
Yeah,
Division 2.
I think they need to put more value in these season passes for what they're charging people.
Massively.
As a general rule. Across like not just Ubisoft, I'm meaning across the board.
Oh yeah.
With what they're dropping for season passes and stuff like that these days.
Terrible.
Call of Duty is good.
I was going to say the COD ones I don't mind because you know that you can actually. I think it's worked out that if you buy the battle pass for COD, you get enough material coins back by the end of doing the 100 levels that you've get you purchase price back.
Yeah.
For the
and that's the same with PUBG now too. They've just brought that in PUBG. You buy it once, and you now get enough G coin through that pass to buy it again.
Mm.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah, that's how it's been with Apex since day one, which has always been good. I'm not sure if it's like that for Fortnite personally. I've never played it, so.
You're missing out on all those skins.
Fuck the skins. I played Fortnite fucking back in 2016 at an EB Expo when it was a freaking tower defense game.
Hell yeah. We need someone needs to bring back a tower defense.
And no one remembers it because it came out and it had okay acclaim and stuff like that. And then I think it was
the first part of the game before the battle royale? Like when you go in there, the Save the World game.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that the
what they
one you
call it now.
played?
They call it Save the World.
Yeah.
You just killing zombies and you got to build up your defenses and stuff. Type thing.
Yeah,
right.
that part of it never took off in that game.
Exactly. It was a week after it officially released. They brought out the frickin' battle royale. And everyone forgot about the original game, which I actually found it fun.
I didn't mind it. I know the Save the World part of it. I clocked a few hours up in that with some friends and stuff because it was just fun to build these big ass bases and see how long the zombies took to get into the middle of it.
But yeah, as soon as they went to battle royale, I was just like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, well, I noticed that they've because they got that creative mode now, and then I've seen that 100 Thieves built their compound.
Of course they did.
In Fortnite, and so everyone was going into Nadeshot's office and doing the L dance and other dances on his desk and taking video clips of it and then tagging him on Twitter. So he was just there was a spate there where he just ended up putting a post up saying, "Can you please stop tagging me in posts when you're dancing on my desk?" Because people were that's what they'll do, is just going into the compound, breaking into his office, whatever it is, however he got in there, and just dancing on his desk and sending him a video clip of it.
So do those guys own the Cash App? Do they? Do they own the Cash App?
No, Cash App sponsors them.
Cash App sponsor.
Ah, right, yeah, okay, yeah.
And they sponsored the building of that compound.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a massive compound.
I think everything with 100 Thieves is sponsored in one way or another.
Yeah, Nadeshot didn't go into it with any money.
Nah.
It's all investors.
They've just had to spend, what is it, 24? I don't know what they would have spent, but I know it's 25 million buy-in to get into a CDL, and they've just got a CDL team this year.
Yeah.
Out of the whole.
After they announced last year they're
gaming.
not doing CDL anymore because it's too expensive.
Well, they dropped out of Counter-Strike.
I know. They dropped the entire Australis team.
They dropped out of a couple of different other ones to pick Call of Duty up because I think they didn't realise how well the CDL was going to take off last year, even though it was a shit 5v5 setup. See how it goes.
Maybe we'll get that good one day, eh?
we should go in the Australia Challengers division. It's like, what was it last year? $250K US prize money from first till, I think, the top 100 teams or something like that.
Yeah.
Top 50 teams.
And a lot of the divisions were just shit players.
Just got to spend some time on the game together and get the feel for each other.
Yeah.
I'd be keen.
I bet you like to feel each other, right?
Oh, God.
I can Dutch rudder.
Okay. Well, anyway, FIFA 21's coming out on the next gen consoles December 4th, which is a fucking bit late, really, for FIFA. But anyway.
Yeah.
Destiny
Doesn't
2 is
me. I never buy that game.
Destiny 2 is getting their next gen update on December 8th, so that will look interesting. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 is actually coming out, and it's going to all the consoles, which is surprising, but it's not going to PS5, even though it is going to Series X. But if you've never played Puyo Puyo Tetris, it's really stupidly addictive on the Switch. It's always been a Nintendo thing. It's Japanese Tetris, pretty much. And apart from that, the big one, Cyberpunk 2077.
Nah, mate. Let's take a bet. Will it actually launch on the 10th?
Yeah, bro. There's physical copies out there.
Well, the 10th is for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Stadia. It's not for the next gen. It will be compatible, but the next gen's not coming till later.
Really?
Yes.
So they're that far behind in development.
So if
how far is the later?
They haven't announced it yet. It's next
But
year.
it'll still run on the Series X, I'm assuming.
If you get an Xbox One copy, it will still run on the Series X in compatibility mode. If you get the PS4 copy, it will still run on PS5 in compatibility mode.
Okay.
Nah.
They've been saying this for a few months now.
I don't know. Yeah. I think I still have $10 down at EB Games for my pre-order, but I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah. I completely understand it.
Online,
I'll get mine digitally because you get a free upgrade either way. on Xbox because it's got smart delivery.
Uh,
I'm not sure about PlayStation. Because PlayStation...
So if this thing's a year away on Series X, yeah, I don't know now.
it's still going to have
I don't
4K
know.
assets. It's just probably not going to run as well.
It's like trying to
Mhm.
pre-order an Ubisoft game. There's about 6 different versions of it.
Well, that's just it.
Mate, don't get
Cyberpunk's
me
only got
started.
one fucking version.
Call of Duty,
Yes.
mate. Fucking, you bought that on the store. You would think, and this goes for both consoles. You would think buying it on a store and downloading it on next gen, you would get the next gen version. No,
No.
you got last generation's version, and it fucked everything.
That's because that's what you pre-ordered on was the last generation.
I don't care. That's
No.
stupid.
See,
Did
I didn't. I brought it the day it came out when
Oh,
I had
really?
my Series X. Yes, bro, and it's still downloaded the old one.
Wow.
Yep, that's why I was so filthy.
Did anyone else have the issue of when they were plugging, like, when they had the Series X boot up and everything, and then it would look through all your games? Like Borderlands 3, it went and re-downloaded the Series X version of it, like a whole new game again. I had it with about 4 or 5 games. It just re-downloaded the Series X version on the local drive.
Yeah, so you had 2 copies?
Instead of patching. Yeah, so I had 2 copies. So I'm going through all these games going, why have I got 2 copies in 2 different locations? And then I realised it was all the smart delivery ones or whatever it was. They were downloading them again. It wasn't a 60 gig update. It was re-downloading the whole bloody game again.
Yeah, I need to go through and check mine.
Yeah, it's interesting to say the least. And apart from that, Haven's coming out on December 10 as well with Cyberpunk. Sort of the Necromancer is meant to be pretty good on December 10. And GTA Online, the new heist, which apparently has, for the first time, an actual new area on the map to go to.
Really?
So-
They've been flogging that dead horse for a fucking long time.
Yep, and it's still
Oh,
making
yeah.
the most money
Yeah.
out of any video game ever.
That's nuts. Eh?
Sorry.
It must be that good that the fact that they haven't bothered bringing out GTA 6 yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to next gen consoles.
Oh,
So it's like, oh, really? 3 generations? You just give us 6 already.
I just want to see Bully come back. I
Oh,
wanted
fuck
Bully
yeah, I'd
number
love
2.
Bully.
That was awesome. Yeah, I love that game. Loved
Okay.
it.
Well, moving on. What are we fondling? What have we been playing lately? I know Kiwi's been fondling himself, but I mean, what have we been playing lately?
Assassin's Creed, man. I cannot put it down.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been playing. I'm not as much as Kiwi because I haven't had the time, but if I have nothing to do, Assassin's Creed straight away.
Mm.
Fair
I
enough.
haven't even bought that game yet,
Me neither.
but you two seem to be giving it high reviews, so I might have to look into
Well,
it.
I finished it last night, and I haven't streamed as much as I used to for the last week because I've just been too addicted to it. And I find that streaming a game like that, people don't want to come in because they don't want it to spoil it for them. So I haven't bothered.
Yeah.
But
You've either
highly-
got to be a really big streamer to get people
Yeah.
to come in for that.
Yeah. So I just didn't bother. But yeah, man, loved it. Awesome. And I've still got so much to clean up, even though I've probably spent 3 days on it. I think my last email was over 2 days, so it would definitely be up to 3. But there's still so much to clean up in the game that I'm probably only 50% through.
Like all the side missions and everything.
Oh, massively, yeah. All the artifacts you got to find.
Yeah.
You name it.
I'm
So
obsessed.
much to
Like,
do.
I'm still playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and you know how all the territories are marked out on the map? I'll do an entire territory before I move to the next one.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
It
that's
takes-
exactly what I'm trying to do
Yeah.
now. I'm trying to go back and just clean out territory by territory.
Is
I
it easy to
said-
go back, or is it best to do the territory as you're going through?
Nah, piece of piss. You just
go where
fast
you
travel
want.
to your synchronization point and
So, what is better to mainline the main story, get through and open everything up, and then come back? Or...
because you need to level up along the way. If you don't level up, you can't get into your next area. You'll find you're too weak. So you kind of got to mix it, and that's what I did. I did a fair few collectibles, and then I'd do the story, and then I'd go back and do more collectibles, and then the story, because you choose which area you want to take over.
Okay.
So you take over all the lower ones first. You start with your 20s in there, and then you'll find when you need to take over a 190 or something, you're probably only a level 100. So you actually got to go and do the side stuff to get your skill points up. So
Yeah, because I had the issue when I played the Spider-Man game where I went through and I started doing each area, and then I went, oh, I'll just do the story and finish the story off. I've gone and done the story, finished the story off, and now when you go back to do the collectible side of things, you go into an area, and the enemies, instead of just being like quick clean out, it's you just get swamped. Like it just seems to get. So that's why I'm grateful I didn't change my move my save across so I could start again.
Yeah, no, you'll be sweet because you can see how far off you are from, being able to get in there and roll them anyway. So just do a bit of each. And
I just find some games when you're in that sort of that mode and everything of those type of games that if you beat the story along a bit, sometimes it makes going back and collecting stuff a little bit hard. Sometimes it's easier to go back and do the side missions as you're going along through because they're a lot simpler and more easier to do because when you come back, you've got the whole area's open and you've got all these big high-level enemies to deal with that take you a bit longer where you could have just gone through and done it quicker.
I found... So, I'm level 1-something, 30, maybe 140. I feel like I'm quite a fair way back from the story where I should be. Because they wanted me to go to an area for level 190, and I'm like, hey, nah. I ain't going to get there. And like to upgrade your settlement, you have to go and do raids, and you find once you've done a raid, the next raid might be 40 or 50 levels above where you are, and it's quite challenging that way. So I would say if you can go through and clear out as much of the area before you move on as you can, that'd be cool. And I try to do that, but then I'm like, fuck it, let's just do the story because the story's interesting, and I can't be fucked following a piece of paper around a fucking track. It's just does my head in. So
yeah, they haven't really fixed that whole climbing thing either. And you're right, that thing gives me nightmares. That chasing that piece of paper. The amount of times you'll be like beelining for it, and then it'll just have its own mind and jump you to the branch on the right and not go straight. Oh.
I can't believe they brought that back. It hasn't been like the last 2 games.
They should have left it out, man. Oh, terrible.
Actually, I don't even think it was in Syndicate, so...
Nah.
Shit, the one before that.
yeah, and I wish they'd left it.
The one thing I want them to bring back is hiring assassins to go and do contracts for you.
Yeah.
Sending them out on jobs.
That was cool.
Getting them... Yeah, they need to bring that back. Yeah.
You can hire assassins now, but they don't do fuck all for you. So it's like... Oh.
I used to play Black Flag a lot, and I'd have like my iPad or something next to me with the companion app on it, and I'd be sending my ships on jobs on the companion app while I'm still playing the game. Because you could do that in the game, but you'd have to stop playing. Like you pause and all that. But you could do it automatically on the iPad. It was just linked to your game. It was great.
And that'd give you the full immersive experience.
Pretty much.
Yeah. There is one trick I found though. There's a bell just outside the main dining hall, and if you ring it, you can feed your crew, and it boosts all their morales and all that. It's quite cool. It costs you about 50 silver, but it boosts all their morale and that. So.
Well, they are Vikings. They should be eating at 50 silver.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're going to do a raid, go ring the bell first, give them a feed, and then go and do the raid.
Fair enough.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
There you go.
Good to know.
Yeah. The Hopeless Gamer podcast has the hot tips.
That's right. Coming in hot.
Anyone played Watch Dogs? That's the other game I was looking at.
I think they still finished it.
I finished it. Yeah, I finished it. Great game.
How many hours is it?
Oh, I know we near Valhalla, but I'll probably... Oh, I don't know. Probably under a day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. If you like the old ones, you'll enjoy that one.
Fair enough.
I just like the things that I've heard about it, where you're using the tech, like the drones and the spider bots and stuff like that, to get into places.
Yeah, and you can
just go in full force.
Yeah, exactly. And you can pull in the these massive big drone elevator thing, like they carry cargo, but you can get on top of them to go and get into buildings and that, which is awesome. So there was actually one thing I was going to ask you guys on the Ubisoft front while we're still on it quickly. Anyone had any issues with their saves? Because there's a heap of corrupt saves going through Legion and Valhalla. I haven't, but I've only ever played it on the one console. But I've seen a heap online where people's saves are corrupting.
Is that
That's
because they're
kind of-
moving from consoles or on the same console?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know if it's just on. I don't know if people are playing it over two consoles and their cloud saves are corrupting or what. But there's a heap of it going on.
Kind of why I haven't really decided to play on PlayStation, because until I know there's a fix for it, I don't want to go and corrupt my save.
Yeah. Because I played Watch Dogs on my One X and finished on the One X before Series X came out. But I have booted it up on my One X to see what it was like, and it was good, and my saves all right. But I'm scared to go and play it now until this issue's fixed.
Speaking of cloud saves, do you need to have Xbox Live to get cloud saves with an Xbox? Because PlayStation now have that you need a PS5 to get cloud saves. So if you don't have PlayStation Plus and your PS5 bricks itself, you've lost your saves.
Ooh.
Really?
I don't know.
Yep.
They introduced cloud saves, what, 4 years ago, 5 years ago? 3
So I was
years
just
ago?
trying to work out
those have been out. But
whether you, with an Xbox Live Basic account that's not like, I suppose most people are going on a Game Pass these days, so you probably get some sort of...
But it's still going to be connected to the thing anyway, isn't it? It's still going to be connected to the internet anyway.
Yeah, but
even
apparently...
if it's just a basic console, right?
Yeah, well,
So,
that's one thing I just seen that people were commenting about with the PS5 was the fact that you needed a PlayStation Plus account to get cloud saves to work. Otherwise,
wow. Okay.
your saves don't get uploaded, and apparently you can't save them to an external drive.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
nuts.
mean, majority of people would be buying PlayStation Plus anyway, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the fence with renewing
I don't
that
know,
at the
man. I've
moment.
heard
'cause
it's the worst service out. I'm
Well-
serious. Like, people try to compare it to Xbox, and I've only used Xbox. I can't say I've used the PlayStation service, but
Well, there used to be... I know when I first got PlayStation Plus, I was getting 3 to 4 games a month. Like normally you'd get 2 PlayStation 4 games. They'd do a PS3 game there, which I didn't bother getting, and then they'd throw a VR game in there every so often. Now, since they took the PS3 stuff out, you'd only getting 2 PS4 games for the last probably 5 months, maybe 5 or 6 months. And now last month and this month, they've thrown a free PS5 game in with it. But it still doesn't compare to the fact you get 4 games every month with an Xbox.
Well, I mean, look, I pay for both. Ultimate kills PlayStation Plus hands down.
That kills everything.
You're not going to get a better service, and I think that's why Stadia hasn't really taken off, because Xbox is killing the game with that,
yeah.
and how can you compete with something so big? And I think PlayStation tried to do something with that.
PlayStation Now.
Yeah, and you don't hear about it anymore. It never really left America.
Yeah, I noticed they've tried it with the PlayStation 5 now, with the PlayStation Plus something for PlayStation 5, but you get 12 games or something like that you can choose from the PlayStation 4 games that you can play on your PS5, but that's about it. Like, at the end of the day, I think if Microsoft bring out, what is it, HoloLens or something like that, it's their take on Stadia. I think if they bring that out with the Xbox and with the PC and with the Ultimate Game Pass Ultimate and everything like that, they're going to take the market.
I'd be interested to see sales after Christmas.
Well, sales.
Well, I read the other day that rate for people attaching Game Pass to the new consoles is at 70%, 70-something%.
Oh yeah, that doesn't
that's
surprise me.
No.
But the sales for PlayStation consoles has come out as well as Xbox consoles for pre-orders, and apparently the PlayStation 5 outsold the Series X 3-1.
Wow.
Which I haven't seen any freaking evidence on this apart from those numbers, because almost everyone I've seen has a Series X.
Well, I tell you, I'm quite good. I'm quite close with the EB Games manager in my local town, and when I asked her about it, she said it was around 3-1. PlayStation was outselling Xbox, and that was with two different consoles. So
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, the numbers are there, obviously.
Yeah,
but I think the biggest thing that's going to start swaying people next year when stock starts coming in and starts filling out and everything like that is going to be who's going to have the games.
Yeah.
And Microsoft can be the annoying one back to Sony and with all these developers that are brought and say that they're going to go 6-month exclusives on their consoles, and then Sony can get it after that.
Yeah, no, we'll have to see what happens, but we're running out of time here, so we better wrap it up. So, quickly, Kiwi, where can we find you and all your stuff?
Everywhere. Twitch, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah? What's your handle?
Everywhere. X_dirty_Kiwi_X.
There you go, people. And Coxy, how about you?
Twitch, X Dirty Coxy, X, all one word. Instagram is Coxy Gaming. Don't ask why. It was just what I was going with at the time. Xbox is X Dirty Coxy, all with spaces in the words. So you can find us on Discord too. Reach out if you want to join. If not, don't worry about it.
I was going to say your Discord is actually quite entertaining, being in there and stuff like that. It's about the only one I've actually got on to send alerts on my phone and stuff like that when something's happening in there, because the chat and stuff is always quite entertaining.
That's what we want to keep it like that. You know, we want to have a laugh and a good time.
Kiwi came to me. I can't remember when. And he's like, we need Discord. We need Discord. We need it to be big. We need it to be, banging, fucking, let's get everybody in there. Hookers, cocaine, you name it, let's do it. And it took me...
Scarface!
Yeah, it took me 3 to 4 weeks of spending most days making channels, setting permissions, trying to, go through different Discords and pick pieces from here, there, and everywhere. And he's sitting there going, "Fucking just launch it already." I'm like, "No, I'm not happy. No, no." So, I mean, I still want to make it bigger. I still want to do changes to it, but it's all learning and trying to make it bigger, trying to figure out what works. But yeah, I'm glad you like it, because banging.
Yeah, it's entertaining.
Yeah, man.
BassMster.
I'm BassMstrAU on pretty much everything from Xbox, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, that's where you find me for all of that stuff.
Birdie, what about yourself, mate?
Me, you can find me birdyassassin, all one word, on everything: Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. And Facebook, that I don't really look at ever until I get a notification. But that's how Facebook is these days, because who the fuck went from Mixer to Facebook gaming?
You'll also see the Dirty Crew carrying them at Apex too most nights. So.
Oh yeah, fuck off. I'm pretty sure me and my little friend here carried the fucking shit out of you.
Yeah, I had a shocker the other night. I'll put my hand up there. Gee.
But anyway, that will do it for us for this rebirth episode of the Hopeless Gamer podcast. Now, if you want to share something with us or get in contact with us, even send us a couple of stupid little games or challenges to do, you can do that at podcast@essentialgamer.com.au. Also, you can find us on Instagram under Essential Gamer AU, or one word, and Facebook as well on that same one, and it's Essential Game AU on Twitter. So we'll see you for episode 2 of the Hopeless Gamer podcast in a couple of weeks. But till then, bye for now.
Peace.
See ya.